Uh,
The YouTube dashboard is unbelievably horrible.
I do. Oh, I've got to go to Creator Studio Classic just because I don't understand how to use the new one.
Yeah, well, I'm on the new one, and it's fine-ish, I guess.
I
Now,
just don't
David's
know.
guys live.
I just don't know where to find it on the new one. That's the issue.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it says offline on my end.
Well, it's fine over here. So let's start with the doc. How's that sound?
It is on. It's good on yours.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Let me get my doc pulled up over here. Excellent. There it is.
I don't know where to find it on the new one. That's the issue.
Well, there's our proof. Good to go.
That sounds good. It looks good too. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Let's see how many people are on here. Just us. Just me.
All right, I can see us now on the stream. That's good. All right. I think everything's good right now. That's nice. And rare.
That's a pretty great thumbnail again.
It really is. Yes.
We can make a highlight video. What?
So
how do I get the link for this?
a highlights reel of our pile of garbage?
Yes. Well, I mean, it may be pretty good today. I'm gonna try to not yell because other people in the house are like, stop yelling.
Do you normally yell during these things?
Most of the time, when I'm on the phone with people, I yell.
That is true.
Let's see. Let me send it to the Slack.
Oops. Problems. All right.
Man, this is working. I'm surprised how well this is working.
Okay, so shall we talk about what we're doing and why this is happening the way that it is?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so obviously...
Welcome to the NAS show, everybody.
Yes, the NAS show.
I'm here with David, and after 2 minutes of dinking around, we're finally started.
Wasn't that the one we did in the office over the summer, in your office? Wasn't that the description? David would dink around for an hour?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, we're each in separate offices because you got a social distance, right?
But yes.
Because of the coronavirus.
I'm done looking at the screen. All right. So sorry. Say it again.
Say it again so you can hear it.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said we're in separate offices because of the coronavirus. So you have to social distance. So we've got our fancy Google Hangouts call.
Yes.
I'm here and he is. Wait, no. There.
Exactly. He is. Yeah, it's flipped. Which is weird.
It is.
He's over here.
Yeah, I'm pointing to my right now.
We should do like those things in like the videos where like they put their hand through, you know.
Oh,
like it's like
let me high five you.
Yeah. David. Yeah.
That was pretty good. Classy.
That's true. All right. So most of the shows in the past have been pretty horrible because the one of them was pretty good, but most of the shows in the past have been pretty horrible.
Good.
Because we usually don't have any notes or anything.
Correct. We're remedying that today.
Exactly. Today we have actual notes.
Blake went through the process. He made the notes. I didn't help at all.
I perused the tech news websites.
Yes, I offered to help, and then he did it by himself.
We've got some. Sure, that's what happened. We've got some.
That was loud.
We've got some nice news things here. Some stuff to go over. Indeed,
we do.
Yeah, and all of the 0 of you who are watching. Let's see, 3 people are watching. Wow, look at that.
That's probably it's me, it's you, and it's one other person.
Yeah.
I will tell the Slack that.
I already did.
Oh, okay. That's probably.
I wish we could see who it was.
Can we not be that creepy and view?
Huh?
Can we not be that creepy? Can we not view who's?
I don't think so. If I click participants, it only says us. So. Nice. Anyway, so anyway, for all the 0 of you who are watching, or when this is archived, in theory, it will show the thumbnail as well. But I spent some time today making a clickbait thumbnail,
and it's great. It's great.
It's pretty great.
Yes.
As that's the title of this stream as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys.
What's the title of the stream?
Clickbait thumbnail.
Nice.
Yeah.
So shall we roll into the first topic here?
Let's roll the intro, then we can get started.
Roll the intro. All right, here we go.
Yeah, and a fancy button for it because
rolling the intro. How was that? Pretty
That
great.
was pretty good, yeah.
Very nice.
It's delayed enough that it hasn't come through on my preview thing yet, but hopefully it will.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's coming through on the dashboard on my other screen right now.
I'm looking at the actual stream, so.
Yeah, I think it's the same. The dashboard versus.
There we go. Nope. All right, it just came through on the stream.
Wow, the sound came through as well. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
This. You have to admit, people who are watching this, it's a pretty impressive way that we're doing this. Separate parts of the same area of the
yeah, exactly. City. So what we're doing is we have a Google Hangouts call open, and my screen you can see the buttons right here. Those right here. Those are the Google Hangouts call buttons. So he's doing a window capture in OBS of me talking, and then his feed is just his webcam, which I mean actually look pretty. My call quality looks pretty good, which is kind of surprising. But then the bad thing is if you have your webcam being captured in OBS, you can't open it in Hangouts. So I'm currently connected to his computer with TeamViewer so I can see him, and then we're just streaming from there.
So right now we're both actually looking at the same screen. Right here in front of me is a monitor with just the OBS window on it.
Yeah, and you'll see me looking over to the side over here with my other monitors over here, and my Google Doc is right here. Maybe I should change it, but whatever.
Wait, how do I look at you? If I'm looking this way, I'm looking at you, and it looks like we're having a conversation, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you're over here. And,
yeah, as casually as we are doing right now. Casual. Yeah, very nice. I'm not gonna do that anymore because that's weird to stare at a blank wall.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
What? Oh no, sorry, not a blank wall. Blake's sitting right there, clearly.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I wonder why my headphones were crackling. It's because my phone was sitting on my headphone cable, and it was causing interference. Okay, now we're actually rolling into the first topic.
Yeah.
Do you want to start us off with that then?
We lost a viewer.
It was too bad.
Yes, it was 3 viewers, and the only participant was us, so I don't know how that works, but then now we're back to 2. Oh, now we're 3 again, so how about that?
Anyway, we'll just blame it on their internet.
Yeah, so let's go. So our first bullet point is the new iPads and MacBooks that were released 2 days ago, I think.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah, so let's see. The articles that we have are from... Oh, you know what we should do is we should paste the articles we read in the description.
Yes, we'll do that. After we're done.
That's a good idea.
We'll talk about all the articles.
We'll do that afterwards. So the 2 articles we have are from CNET and TechRadar. And one of them's the TechRadar one's about the new iPads that were released. And all the new specs and that kind of stuff, which is kind of the same thing. It's not that different.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's what Apple's been doing for the past who knows how long now, right?
So it looks like I saw some videos on them. It looks like the only difference is so they released, it's called the Magic Keyboard, I think.
Yes.
Which is like a hard shell keyboard, because Apple already had that kind of like folding one that was like kind of like a Surface Pro keyboard. It wasn't like a real keyboard,
right.
But now they have a hard shell one with a trackpad. So that kind of changed the features of that a little bit, because originally, with the current iPads, you can connect a mouse with Bluetooth and I think even USB, but the cursor's kind of weird because it's like a ball, like a dot. It's not a like a pointer, but it's the same thing for the new iPads. It's do
you think you can get something pulled up on your end there, and then we can just
do it?
Do you want me to click the thing so I can show what's on your screen right now?
Oh yeah, let me. That's a good idea. Let me do that real quick. Hold on. Sorry.
I would like to mention that our genius has simply no limits as to what we've thought of for this.
Yes, true. Our humility has no limits as well.
That's correct. Yeah, we are infinitely humble.
The most humble people you ever meet. All right, I don't know why this isn't working.
There's gonna be the one person who doesn't understand sarcasm. It's gonna be like, these guys are real jerks.
Well, that's also true.
Well, it's unrelated, but it might also be true.
Yeah. All right. So let me figure out how to share screen. There we go. What?
Is it that confusing?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Why is this not here?
I do not know.
What's going on? What's going on here?
What's the big idea?
That's weird.
What are you trying to do, and what's weird?
I'm trying to share my screen, and it's not showing it. I'm trying to. There it is. Hold on.
That is weird. Okay.
No. I don't want to show my entire screen. Really? Come on. Come on.
Are you getting it figured out?
No. Oh,
Nice.
I would promise. That's probably. I would promise. There you go.
All right.
All right. Sorry, an error occurred. Great. All right, let's try again.
Shall I just pull it up on my end?
No. That's too easy.
You know what we should do? Midstream, I should take out my capture card and connect it to the other computer so I can have this one being fed into this, and we can see it from there.
Why is this not working?
Because we're doing it. That's why.
Apparently. All right, yeah, just go ahead and do it on your own. I've got the CNET and the Checkmate articles.
Hussein says, "Wow, you guys look great in the same room." All right. Okay. It's just the one on the drive, right?
Yes. See how cool that was right there?
Yes, I do see how very fancy that was. Do you have it? Or do you want to open up the CNET one?
Yeah, and the Checkmate, yeah. So.
Yep.
So are we broadcasting this window right now?
We're broadcasting. No, I can be, and now we are.
Yeah. All right. So you people, let's just take a look at this article, people. Let's see. All right.
I mean, it looks kind of weird. I don't. The consistent bezel is strange.
Oh, you mean on the iPod?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about something on the stream. I was like, what?
Yeah, Hussein's consistent bezel is very off-putting.
Yeah. So here's what the new iPad Pro looks like. With the kind of the back and then the hard keyboard with the mouse. But let's see if it has like a picture of what the mouse thing's supposed to look like.
Oh, after you're done talking about this, I feel like we should probably mention the whole COVID deal with our school and whatnot, and how that's been going.
I don't think we need to mention school. I mean,
what?
I don't think we need to mention. I don't think we shouldn't say specifics about school.
We've already said what school it is, and we've worn their shirts in multiple videos.
I'm wearing this shirt right now, but I'm just saying we shouldn't give like specifics like, X person can do this or whatever.
Oh, no. I meant just like the program we're using for class and all that
stuff.
Yeah,
I guess we will see. All right. Anyway, so the point is, the new cursor that they have for iPads is like a ball. But what's interesting is when you move it over an icon, it forms to the shape of the icon. So I thought I had let me see. So this is the video I saw.
I mute that so we don't get attacked by YouTube.
Yeah.
So is this YouTube Inception right now?
It is. Yeah. So if you guys watch this guy, see it's like the ball, and then it goes up, and you can move your finger and see it conforms to the shape of the icon, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, that's actually. No, yeah, that is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I would still probably myself just prefer a normal cursor. I mean, you can highlight obviously and everything, and the same sort of stuff. So based on like a normal cursor, but it's Appleified because they can't just make it normal. So yeah, you can drag and drop whatever. So yeah, there's that. What's the difference? Which is not really a new iPad difference. It's more of a difference with the software and the external accessory, the keyboard. But then also they have a LiDAR. See, there's also a new feature called a LiDAR scanner that's designed for depth sensing capabilities. It should improve portrait photography, but it's mostly set to be used in augmented reality apps, which there's not really a ton of those right now that are like widely used, but maybe with this new scanner, it will be able to.
They're actually pretty cool though.
Yeah, it'll be able to tell distance and stuff and do AR better, hopefully in the future.
Yep.
Scanners capable of measuring the distance of items up to 5 meters away. They could film in 4K, which is I don't think they could in the past. So you can film and edit on your iPad. Yeah. New different microphones and everything. Yeah, and the specs and performance. I mean, it's not really like different. Yeah, I mean, it probably is, but not like noticeably.
Well, I mean, it's just generational stuff, right?
Yeah, it says Apple's new A12Z Bionic able to test Apple claims. It's designed for editing 4K video or 3D models, which if you're a professional video editor or a professional 3D modeler and you're using an iPad, then
You're doing something wrong?
Yeah.
No, we did talk about, on one of the streams, the Muse album cover that was designed entirely on an iPad.
That's true. Apple claims that the iPad Pro is now more powerful than most Windows PC laptops, which I think is actually true because the new iPad processors outperform most, even i9s, I think.
Really? What about the i9 in your Mac right now?
I don't know. But
do we want to do a user benchmark? Do you want to pull that up? Does user benchmark work for iPad?
That's the thing. The problem is there's no actual way to test it because it's an entirely different OS. So I mean, I guess there's some sort of benchmarks that are similar between like Mac OS, Windows, and iPad OS, which is based on iOS.
Oh, I just realized that I have in my bookmarks, I have a microphone stand, various outdated computer parts, and a guitar. Yeah, nice combination.
Yeah, so that's about the new stuff for the iPad, so it'll be pretty interesting. But if you have a current one, it's probably not worth the upgrade.
No, I mean, that's like if you went out and bought, let's say you got an i7 8700K. That's like when the 9700 came out, you just bought that and just keep going up. That's
I was going to think of like a car example. Like if you buy a car 1 year and then the next year our new car is released and you buy it, it's like
I bet that's actually more accurate. I would say that's closer to how it actually is.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so that's the iPads, and then they released the new MacBooks too.
Get that ad out of here. We're professionals.
It's true. Unlike that guy.
Yeah, correct. I don't even think that was an ad. I think that was part of CNET's website, but.
So let's see. Yeah, this is a pretty short article, but
because I'm
it's just like prices and stuff. Yeah, so basically, there's new MacBooks and stuff. Which is interesting is let me switch. Yeah, that's the article. There's nothing really to see there. It's pretty short. But let me switch back to
Yep. All right.
The current, the last gen iPads as of not iPads, sorry, the last gen MacBooks as of like a week ago, the base configuration was dual core i5, 8 gigs of RAM and 128 SSD. But the new base model, which is fine.
Because the RAM management is great as well.
Except, I'll talk about something else related to that in a second. But I knew someone who was going to order a bunch of MacBook Airs. That mentioned who it was. And they ordered the previous gen MacBook Airs. And the specs they got were the dual core i5, which is fine. They're not doing like a bunch of video editing or anything.
For the purpose they were purchased.
Yeah. And then they got the 16 gigs because Chrome uses a lot of memory, and that RAM is more important, like processor speed. And then the 256 SSD. So they bought all those, and then like a few days after they ordered it, the new MacBooks were released.
256.
Where for a cheaper price, it was like $100 less. It was a quad core i5, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 512 SSD. So those people said they're gonna have to cancel the orders, and
that's like
and
order
the new ones. Which is
anyone who not too long ago bought Ryzen like 2700 stuff, and then the 37 or whatever it was came out, that was just significantly better for similar price.
Yeah, and for things like that, I would say that the Mac difference is a much bigger difference than the Ryzen, because if you have a Ryzen 2 to Ryzen 3, you're only going to notice the difference in I thought that was actually
a pretty big jump though between the 2 and 3.
Well, it is, but like day-to-day use, you're not going to notice.
Right. Yeah.
But if it's a Mac and you've got a quad versus dual core, you may notice, but definitely the 512 is going to help because you can put a lot more stuff on there.
Oh, yep.
But you'd have the 16 gigs of RAM either way anyway, which that's a big thing too.
Yes,
So that's basically that. That was the first topic. Our second topic.
Let's talk about Zoom.
Oh yeah, so the I don't know. So some of you guys may have heard of Zoom. It's like an online video conferencing.
Probably most people who are in school have heard of Zoom.
Sure.
So as our school did, as pretty much every school in the country did, we've shut down and switched to, well, not shut down, but the school itself has shut down, and we're doing online classes.
It's pretty much shut down. I mean, not a lot of actual education is happening. But,
Well, that might not be something you want to mention.
Yeah, they don't know what school we go to or anything.
You just gesture.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, but there's education happening. Anyways, we're using Zoom, which is it's pretty good actually. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It works well.
It's kind of like for those of you who don't, which I mean most of you people will know, but for those who don't, It's like a kind of like a group meeting sort of thing.
It's like Skype Plus.
I've never used Skype. I mean, I may use like once or twice, but I've never actually like used it extensively.
Not a fan.
But it's basically like a group video conference you can call and have multiple people on the side or whatever. People can share their screens and whatever. So it's basically like a normal video conference sort of thing, maybe like Google Hangouts.
Yep.
But it has a lot more features for education, like you can split out into multiple rooms.
Yeah, breakout groups.
Yeah, breakout groups. You can make people have to sign into their Google account before they get into the meeting. There's a bunch of settings.
A certain literature teacher really enjoys the breakout groups.
It's true. You can force people to have their microphone turn off if they're like talking a lot or whatever. So it has a lot of features and stuff.
Yes.
And it works pretty well. I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised it hasn't been more flaky.
On the topic of digital interaction, there's an application that you can get on computer. Well, you can go to the website or you can download it called GroupMe. And Blake has a few words about GroupMe.
So both of us are in a group chat with various other people.
Various school proximity associates.
Yes. And yeah, exactly. And we used to have this chat on GroupMe. Now, most of you guys probably heard of GroupMe. It's horrible. It's awful. Last time I checked, like 2 days ago, the website still didn't work. After like 2 or 3 weeks. Yes,
it's bad.
It still doesn't work. But so it's basically like a normal group chat sort of thing, but it's super buggy. Like, messages just refuse to send, and they send out of order a lot of times, and they'll
send multiple of them as well. Occasionally, it'll just not send it for like 20 minutes, and then it'll send 8 of the same thing.
Yeah, and then a lot of the times they just don't send at all. It'll just have like a little yellow like thing, and it'll say like message failed to send. You can hit retry and retry, and it doesn't do anything.
And you'll send like a very small video file, and it just won't ever. It'll just give you the little, it's sending, failed. You can try it again, or don't.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, and the app's super slow. And when you open it, if you like have it closed for like nighttime or when you're sleeping or whatever, when you open it, it takes forever to update. Like all the new messages, and sometimes it doesn't even do that. Sometimes it doesn't even update.
So you'll miss a bunch of crap, and then it'll just randomly flow in later.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes like, in between messages you're sending, it's awful.
Yeah.
So
however, oh god,
I will say I do like the idea, kind of like a simple, basic group chat. I do like the idea.
It could be executed better though.
Yeah, the execution's horrible.
Something that does execute group chatting well is Slack.
Sure.
By the way, Slack, we love your product. So you know where to find us.
yeah, exactly. You can reach us at info@impendingfailure.com because we have our own email domain. We're fancy.
That's right.
It's true. We're pretty amazing. I don't want to, not a brag or anything.
No.
Yeah, so high five.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go. My hand phased through the wall.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean, you recently were killed in a tragic nuclear reactor meltdown, so you're just a ghost right now.
Is that right?
That's how you can phase through the wall.
That's true. I thought that was going to be a joke about the nuclear reactor thing on the thumbnail.
Well, oh yeah. Well, what you should do is, as I'm reaching over here, you should take your hand off camera and like do that.
Yes, yeah. I would never do that.
You're trying so hard.
But wow, that's pretty cool, David.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how my arms aren't even going anywhere, and there's still a hand there.
Yeah. So if we move to Slack, Slack's kind of complicated. I'm not a huge fan of like all the. There's like a ton of settings you can change, all these different things you can configure.
It's great for customizability, though.
Yeah. Once you get stuff set up, which isn't like super complicated, but once you get a few little things set up, it's pretty good. I mean, you can message people directly. A big feature that
within the same company, as they call it.
Yeah, a big thing was in GroupMe you couldn't do like at everyone. So if you wanted to be in group chat and be like at everyone, you can't message everyone at the same time.
That doesn't mean just because you can do it on the Slack doesn't mean you should, as people were just telling you in the Slack.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like at everyone, it sends everyone a message, but it warns you before you do it, which is pretty funny.
It's like, are you sure? You're about to message like a whole 6 people. Are you sure about this?
Yeah, exactly. But in Slack, there's these things called channels. So you have like one. So in GroupMe, it's just like
these foreign things called channels. No one knows what that is.
But I didn't know what they were until we had to move over to this.
Well,
excuse me. So in Slack, it's like basically like a text messaging group. Like it's everyone's in there, and you can just talk about everything in the same thing. But in Slack, you have one group chat, and there's subgroups. They're called channels. So we have ones like we have general, which is kind of just whatever. We have like school stuff, event scheduling, and all different sort of sub channels. And that
those are the only three that are legitimately not garbage.
Huh?
I said those are the only three we have that are not garbage.
Yeah, I tried to pick the three that were like.
Beyond that, you probably shouldn't read the names.
Yeah. I mean, memes is fine. Locations.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I don't know what the difference between locations and event scheduling is. It's like, where are you? It's like, I'm not telling you, creep.
If you're that committed, I mean.
People just talk about like going to the dentist.
That's dumb.
Helpful.
Why do we have that?
That would be a location.
I mean, yeah, it's a location, but.
Yeah. That's about all for GroupMe and Slack.
For us talking about how terrible GroupMe is.
Yeah, I would not recommend it.
How much of a horrible corporation, an evil corporation it is.
Microsoft actually owns GroupMe, I think, which is amazing they can't get that to work. But then again,
it's clearly not run by the same people.
They're the same people who make Windows, so
yeah,
well, and Windows Update.
My Windows computer works. Well, actually, I was gonna say but then I changed my mind about that.
And then you were like, nope.
Oh, should I talk about what's happened with my computer recently? People will probably find that kind of funny.
What's happened with your computer recently?
Oh, well, I was running a physics simulator for about 5 minutes, and then I kept getting an error that said, fatal error, GPU not responding. Which there's nothing wrong with my GPU. I've run tests. And
so what'd you have to do to it? Did you have to like RMA it or anything, or what?
Oh, well, let me tell you. So, I downloaded the Asus.
Do we have that link to the chat with the support guy somewhere?
The what?
That chat with the support guy. Do we have that link somewhere?
No, I think we deleted that forever ago.
It was such a good chat.
It was. I had to RMA the card once, but then I'm on the second card now, and it's fine. Fine-ish. But yeah. So not responding. I knew my GPU was fine, which is weird. So I downloaded the Asus GPU tweak software because it's like one of the factory overclocked cards. I don't do those because overclocking causes instability. Anyways, I got the thing. As it was downloading, it got to the point where it's like, please do not turn off your computer. Please do not turn it off. It will break everything. Don't do it. As soon as it got to that screen, my computer crashed and was stuck in this terrible cycle of it would boot. I would be in Windows for like 30 seconds and then blue screen. And that happened like 12 times until I finally managed to individually delete the files of the application.
Oh, because that was later. I'm talking about the first time when it actually died and had those green lines.
Well, this is the second time. The second time.
I know, yeah, this is the second time. Yeah.
As I was going through it, it actually, since it cut off before the program was fully installed, it didn't make the window in control panel that's like, would you like to uninstall this? Yes, I would. Yeah. Thank you. No, it didn't get that far, so I just had to go into program files and get everything from there, which was awful.
Yeah, so he didn't know about safe mode, so he had to.
No, I did know about it. It did this in safe mode too. It did it in safe mode as well.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. Anyway.
No.
Well, that's weird. I wouldn't know what I would do in safe mode. Anyway, so that was the second time. The first time, what happened? You didn't even do anything to it, right? It just like stopped working.
Yes.
And it had like these green lines across the screen.
So I don't turn my computers off ever. One night, I left my office. I went elsewhere. Came back the next day. Turned on my monitor, because I do turn that off. I used to. I don't anymore because, and I looked at it.
Do that.
There were just a bunch of green lines across the entirety of the screen. I have a photo. I will pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, it looks kind of like when you see like compression on YouTube, where like some parts of the image are like moving, but some are like kind of stationary, and it looks kind of weird.
It looked like that, except in the Matrix.
Yeah, exactly. But so he had to RMA that card.
Yep, because it fully got it. And the official report that Asus gave it, what the Asus technicians wrote on the sheet they sent me with the new card about the old card, it said, garbage or crapped display.
Those would be crapped past tense, right?
Crapped, yes.
Crap. Yeah. Which is pretty hilarious.
That's. It was funny. It wasn't funny when I didn't have a graphics card for a while, but.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is going to look weird because on my phone, but... All right.
You can see that now? Yeah, you can see it.
Yep. That is what it was, and that's awful.
It's not great.
No, and it was also running at like 30 hertz, but it said 1 hertz in the display adapter settings.
Yeah, and we tried to like do all the fixes, tried to like uninstall it and use like the reboot and install different versions, DDU it, do all
We
we tried to do everything.
Further than that. We wiped the cart, or we wiped the
yeah,
hard drive.
we reset the whole computer, which probably needed to be done anyway. But we do know that it was definitely a hardware issue because they said it was a curvature crapped.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did everything we could with drivers. We spent like 5 hours working on that. We did every single driver, I think, on the computer and monitor, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anything else? So now you want to move on topics.
Yeah. No, let's go on the topics.
Right, so next topic is, I mean, this isn't really like a long one.
Well, you could talk about the Asus support tech. That was pretty great.
Yeah, but you can't talk about it if you don't have the chat.
I know. The way he phrased stuff was so great, but
yeah. It was weird, but anyway, yeah. So I mean, it's pretty short. This thing here, Chrome is halting all new Chrome updates because of the coronavirus. People need, it says remote workers need stable software, not new features. Which
really?
Fine, whatever.
I didn't actually know that. I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah, they're halting updates, which is good because Google's not super well known for their amazing stability and updates. They're not as bad as like Microsoft, where it just like deletes all your files.
That's yep.
But or they just like you're just doing something and it just randomly restarts and updates for like an hour.
Yes.
And then fails and then fails and then it's like, we need to update again.
Mine doesn't do that. I'll be in the middle of doing something like editing, let's say, something that requires performance, and then nothing works, and I go to Task Manager and it's like Windows Update Manager, 99% CPU usage. Like,
and he has an i9-9900K. It's not like some wimpy,
Right. And Windows Update still kills it.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's pretty horrible. But yeah, I mean, Chrome did have a bug the other day. It was a few weeks ago that so it was actually VMware ESXi, the web interface for the, not for vSphere, but for all those people out there who know the difference.
Yeah,
it was the actual unlicensed ESXi version, not the vSphere. But
for the 6 people web interface in the US that know that.
Yes, exactly. All the support technicians out there who are watching. The web interface wouldn't work. So it has a login screen, and you would type in your stuff, and you hit login, and it wouldn't load. You'd have to refresh the page, and then it would log in, which is weird. You have to log in, hit enter, have it fail, and then refresh, and then it would log in, which is weird. But then when you got into the software, like things wouldn't load, and like boxes would say like video not supported or something. It was weird. So then I tried it in Firefox, and it worked fine. So we knew it was a Chrome problem, and then they fixed it a few days later with another update. But they're not doing those anymore because things need to be stable. Which I mean, you're fine. I mean, Chrome works fine. I don't think there needs to be any more.
We have our favorite member of the Senate watching the stream.
Oh, Javen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's United States Senate, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. He's the best guy in the Senate. All the other people are horrible.
That's correct. Yeah.
It's true. I mean, because Javen doesn't write like sappy, garbage things in the Ridge report.
That's right.
Yeah, he actually, doesn't do that, which is good. I appreciate that.
Shout out to Javen.
Anyway, yeah. Is he even watching, or how can you tell?
Because he said, "I just discovered the 2 channels because of this godly stream in the Slack."
Yeah.
Oh, I keep punching my microphone.
So I guess that means he saw impending failure as well.
Hopefully. What's even on that channel anymore? Didn't we delete everything?
No, we moved it to a brand account.
That's what it was. Yeah. So and we got rid of one video.
It was some change on like the license policy of YouTube or something, and it was like it's recommended you do this, or like it was some sort of weird thing where like unless you had a brand account, it would do some weird stuff.
Yep.
So we had to move it, and I was thinking we would have to like download everything and like do a bunch of transfer and everything.
I do have an idea since we have I don't know.
But there was a simple button to just transfer everything up.
Yes, this might be not what we should talk about on the stream. However, I'm going to. Since our website and email and everything is impending failure, we might migrate David's Gadgets and Gizmos under that channel and make it a segment, but we might not because that might require too much effort.
Yeah, I don't think it would take too much effort.
But I think that'll probably be not a bad idea, since we could have that as the broad overhead of the channel, and then this.
Yeah, but that as well, and the fact that all the stuff, everything is set up under impendingfailure.com. Yes. All like 2 of the things that aren't really super, like the website and the email, which aren't complicated or set up really at all.
No,
I mean, they work.
Whatever. I don't want to buy another domain.
Yeah, all that is under impending. It's like $10 a year. All that's under impending failure. So impendingfailure.com, info at impendingfailure.com. I think we even have like. What do we have? I think we have like a partnership at it, something like partnership or something. So sponsors want to reach out.
We do have partnership stuff. We also have personal emails.
We have personal ones. I think, B Evans and D Dalton. I think.
Maybe are they going to email us now?
I'll check here in a second.
Email our corporate email.
In case you want to send us any personal emails. Javen, since you're watching, if the Senate wants to sponsor Impending Failure,
info at impendingfailure.com is the email address.
Yeah. Info at impendingfailure or impendingfailure.com, and you can just click on email links from there. I think I need to actually make an actual website for that, because the current website is awful, and it's really slow. Like the loading is really slow.
It is.
There's nothing on the page, but the loading takes longer on the actual page.
The other one was really fast.
Yeah, but I think I made that one myself.
You did.
I was like, I don't know why I changed it.
Remember trying to do CSS on that?
Yes, that back when I was a web development rookie.
Yes. Well, it was a pain to try to get that. What were we trying to do? It was a drop-down menu, right?
Yeah, drop-down menu, yeah.
That shouldn't have been that complicated, but it was.
Correct. Yeah, I should probably make a new website for impendingfailure.com. But my problem was every time I sit down and I'm like, I should make a website, I'm like, all right, I don't know what to put here, because we don't have like a bunch of mission statements and all this kind of stuff. We don't have like we strive to,
be better than Taylor Enterprises?
Yeah, something like that. That's actually, that website's still up, actually.
Both websites are still up.
Huh?
Both of them are.
Yeah. What is it? Shrevens that. That's how you called Sam that one time. And
I did. Don't tell people what the link is, but go see if you can find it. I have an email saved where someone sent me the link to it. So. Oh, I found it.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, so let's keep moving on chapters. So it says we said Project xCloud testing begins, which is an Xbox. If you want to maybe open that article up.
Oh, the Xbox that looks like just a brick. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's the new Xbox. This is their cloud gaming service.
Oh, xCloud.
Yeah.
That thing. Okay. Yeah, I'll pull up the article and
it says Microsoft's actually, I don't even know. Maybe don't put it on there. There's not much to go.
I'm not going to put it on there. I'm just going to look at it and talk about it.
Yeah. I started testing this. What?
Well, I was just going to say it's not something super special. I mean, the concept's been around for a while. There's finally
Google Stadia was probably the first one, but then Google Stadia didn't really take off that much.
No, I imagine Xbox or Microsoft will implement it a little better for Xbox.
Yeah. Because they actually have experience with that. Google doesn't really have experience with game.
Well, yeah, this is streaming Xbox to PC.
Yeah,
Xbox
but this is stuff from the cloud as well.
Yes, which is actually pretty cool. That'll probably end up being the future of games. Because I know people are already moving away from physical discs.
Yeah, Microsoft has started testing its Project xCloud game streaming service for Windows 10 PCs this week. The software giant is making the preview version, which will let Xbox games stream to a PC. Available to all Microsoft employees. The Verge has been able to obtain exclusive screenshots of how they work on PC. So I guess you're just letting internal Microsoft employees test it now.
By the way, Microsoft, if you want to, hire us as interns.
Yeah. Actually, maybe do show the article. You can pull up those pictures about how it looks, which is pretty cool. I mean, it says welcome to the xCloud preview.
Oh, you're talking about their actual server?
Well, no, there's like the slideshow there with the carousel thing. The server yeah.
I can pull
jump in if they've got some games on there you can play already. It looks like.
Yeah, well, I'll pull up the slideshow. Let's get this actually loaded up. Can I open this and make it larger?
Just zoom in.
Actually, here, I have control. Oh crap!
See, on macOS, which is the superior operating system, you can just pinch on your trackpad and it'll zoom. It's great.
Why can't I go to the left?
Because it's horrible.
Oh, no, here we go. Got it.
All right. Yeah, so they test your quality, I guess.
All right, is it on the screen on OBS? No, it's not. Now it is.
Yeah. Test network quality. You play your games and everything. Forza Horizon 4. Yeah, so I mean, it looks pretty much like. I guess that's the loading screen, and then you can just go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty simple. I mean, I like the simple interface.
It does. Well, that's going to be good for their business for sure, because no one likes. Well, unless you're us, you don't like extremely complicated things.
I don't like extremely complicated things.
I like my extremely complicated audio stuff.
See, I like well, I don't know. Some things have to be complicated, but things that are unnecessarily complicated, like Slack, is not,
But I don't think Slack. I don't think it's unnecessarily complicated. I think I like the options. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
I like that you can do options. I mean, it's not as plug and play as GroupMe, but then again, it does work, unlike GroupMe. So it's
true. Yeah, that by in and of itself is the best thing, that it actually works.
We're not done bashing GroupMe for sure. No, that's a
So that's basically they started launching this year. It says Microsoft has committed to launching xCloud this year with PS4 controller support and Windows 10 streaming.
Going across the aisle.
Do what?
I said going across the aisle there.
Yeah, so I think we actually have a topic on the PS4, on PS5.
That we do.
Yeah. So it's generally available in 2020, said Phil Spencer, Microsoft's head of gaming. Yeah, so I don't know. You can do it on your phone. So basically like Stadia by Microsoft, I think. Which, I mean, maybe better. I saw some videos on Stadia, and it didn't look horrible. I mean, the people were complaining about like the lag speeds, but it's going to be laggy when you've got your wireless controller to your TV, and then your TV has to go across, hundreds of miles potentially to like a Google data center and then back, and it's like a few 10 milliseconds, tens of milliseconds of lag.
Right.
What are you going to expect?
Should we also mention that since we have online classes and whatnot now, we should definitely be able to do the NAS show much more regularly.
How would that do that?
Well, I don't go out and do stuff now because I can't for the most part.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We have more free time that overlaps as of now.
Yeah. Yeah, so we actually started doing it more frequently, yeah.
We can maybe do it weekly. Remember when we said we make weekly videos?
Yeah.
And that happened.
What we should do is we should make a thing that just uploads like some random like clip of something every week.
Just like, you've been pranked. That's all it says for a minute.
Yeah, or like some some long video like the Shrek movie, but it takes like a 5-second clip and uploads it every week.
So wait, hold on. How long would it take to watch the entirety of Shrek on our channel?
I don't know. How long is Shrek? I have Shrek very legally downloaded in my downloads folder right now. Let me look. Okay, one cool feature of Zoom is you can do virtual backgrounds.
Oh yeah.
So normally you can key in backgrounds like on a green screen.
See, if we were professional right now, I'd do this and I'd snap and there would be Shrek in the background. But
yes, it has to be we're using OBS now. You can key in OBS only if it's a green screen and it's all like lit properly.
Yep.
But on Zoom, it automatically detects like the outline of your head, and then it makes everything else the background. So like my shirt and face would be you could see it, but then the wall and this chair and everything would be.
That's where it gets kind of iffy for me though. It's because I've got this window here. It doesn't like that, and it doesn't like my chair.
And it doesn't like your hair either.
It doesn't like my hair either.
Oh yeah, in between the strands and stuff, it sometimes makes the movie and it sometimes doesn't. So on me, like I have the headphones that I wear during the days are like the headphones, and they have the gap right here on the side between the band and my head.
Yeah.
So sometimes it puts the movie back there, and sometimes it doesn't, which is fine. I mean, as long as most of it is thing, great. But it works surprisingly well for detecting. I mean, if you just want to, for a lot of times you would be. You would it looks like a green screen. I mean, it works very well. So you can add images, but you can also add videos. So I've been legally downloading a bunch of high
videos that you own. Totally.
Do it.
I said totally videos that you own.
Absolutely. Downloading a bunch of really already. That says dinner's ready. Okay.
All right, we might have to wrap this up in a little bit. We'll.
Yeah, let me finish what I was going to say. But videos, and I've been putting movies in the background and playing them in my classes. So I already have Shrek as a downloaded movie. So
Yep. Let's go through.
Yeah, Shrek's an hour and a half, almost exactly. So.
Would someone in the chat like to tell us how the audio is, if it's good or not? Because I haven't really listened.
I've been periodically clicking on the stream, unmuting it, and it sounds great.
Nice. So I told you that it wouldn't be clipping.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've been going for 45 minutes now. I think we can go ahead and call. We had some more topics, but I think
do you want to do like a quick? Oh no, one topic we do need to do.
I know. Hold on, I'm coming. Do what?
We do need to probably talk about the wireless policies and the Netflix.
I know. I was going to say I really want to talk about those, but I've got to go eat dinner.
We'll do it really quickly. All right, just mention it. All right, so wireless providers are going to be throttling stuff because of...
No, sorry. Netflix is going to be throttling. Wireless providers are going to be... A lot of them are going to be removing data caps.
Oh, yeah. Other way around.
In the U.S. Yeah, so AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile, and Comcast, which I didn't know did wireless, but apparently. Says they're going to be... AT&T's waiving fees for going over data caps. Verizon's doing the same thing, making some certain things free.
Yep.
Verizon's T-Mobile's giving everyone unlimited. Sprint is doing the same. So yeah, they're helping people so they don't have to get their phone cut off if they're using it a lot for Zoom or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Because not everyone has the impeccable internet of where we are.
Yeah, and then in the EU, Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, and Apple are throttling video so it doesn't break their internet.
That'll probably happen in the U.S. as well fairly soon.
I have two other articles there that are about how that's not going to happen in the U.S. because we have plenty of infrastructure and the EU does not have as much. So we're going to be perfectly fine.
I imagine that's probably also because we have data centers all around the country since it's larger, so it can be spread out and divided more evenly.
Yeah, but I mean that because I saw the EU actually the government was like, you guys need to throttle us, and in the U.S. they're not. I would assume they're not going to say that but we don't need to because we've got plenty of capacity from the other two articles that are there.
Right.
One of the articles even said, "No, we're not close to running out of internet capacity. Stop worrying and surf on." Yeah.
Nice. All right. So do we want to roll the intro and then end this again?
Yeah.
All right. Rolling
I'm
intro.
Gonna leave now. I'm going to leave now, and then you can do that. So I'll see you later.
All right. See you.
All right.
Here we go. Intro. All right. Thank you for joining the NAS show, people who are on here right now, and for people who watch the archive, which is the majority of people, since this wasn't announced or planned or anything. People don't expect it right now. We will be trying to have streams much more frequently in the future, and by that I mean weekly, which we should be able to do, because Blake and I do have overlapping free time. So stay tuned for next week when we will likely have another NAS show. Until then, we will see you later.